So we're going to start by just reviewing how to lip and foot on the wheel. So I just started this one at the end of last hour during cleanup time. So we can go through how we should finish this and why, and I'll have a couple of samples for you. Then we'll foot one that's from yesterday. So if I decided, you know, I'm pretty close here, this is what, you know, my cylinder, or some of you are started, you know, been making your bowls, or doing other things. You know that as you get close, you have to lift the bottom and lift the top. So once you decided that's it, that's what I'm going to turn in, give your sponge a good squeeze. We're going to compress the bottom one more time to get the extra moisture out of there so it's not breaking down our clay body. And what we want to do is, see how this interacts with the tabletop? I don't want to leave that there. Because if you leave that there, it's going to be sharp. When it dries, you'll have edges like this. When we glaze this, that'll be sharp and it could cut you like a razor. Or if we try to clean it up once it gets this dry, that's hard to do. So you never want to leave that ring there. And being new to throwing, usually that's where a lot of your clay is still in that corner. So we want to clean that up so that we don't have to clean it up later on. So taking your knife, dip it in the water. 2 hands on the tool, elbows still leaning in. You can go as much as you want. But I'm just taking it into here to get rid of what would have been coming off the outside of the cylinder. Dip again. If you want some like to undercut a little more, you can do that. But my main focus, or my main reason for getting this done, is see how this interacts with the tabletop now? I don't have that clay coming out from the outside here that's going to be sharp. So I have that done. That's the second to last thing I do. Is the last thing I do. Zach, can you please put that down? Thank you. The last thing that I'm going to do is lift the top. I do that last because I want everything nice and even. I'm not going to touch it anymore, so I don't have to worry about it changing. When you put your needles in, I noticed some in the morning classes are trying to drop it down from the top. You don't want to do that, or they're trying to start with the wheel stopped. Your wheel is going to be going, and you're going to put your needle through, and then push your finger into your needle this way. So you're not putting the point of your needle into your finger, but you're pushing the needle through, and then you're bracing it against this finger, because that's going to get the top of your lip level. So hold your needle parallel to the bat head. You work it in, lift it straight up. And now you know that you're even on the top. Get a bit of water. We can still compress like we have been after each throw. To clean that top up. This is something you're planning on being functional, so you're making your mom a coffee cup for Mother's Day. Take your sponge and just compress the same way, elbows in, nose over clay, just to clean that up so you have a nice clean lip. You know, no one wants to drink from something that has a square, hard lip. What's the last thing I do?
Cut it twice.
Okay, we cut it twice with our wire cutter. Thumbs hold it flat down into the bat head. 2 times. That's how we've been footing our work, and that's the end of our last demonstration. So I have a nice transition to the tabletop, everything's level and clean, so there would be my cylinder. So that's one way to foot.